Mississippi, home to the Southern Mississippi Golden Eagles, and fans have been eagerly anticipating this matchup at the Rock. Today, a couple of Sun Belt rivals ready to square off. As we'll see, the Louisiana Raging Cajuns taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Southern Mississippi Golden Eagles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Raging Cajuns will kick it away to start us off. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Southern Miss's offense will have the first crack at it in this one. And Jesse, they've got a quarterback that if he can get into a rhythm can certainly make plays for his team.
Here's the thing about him, too. He's not the most consistent guy, and he's not the most talented quarterback in the country, but when he's hot, he's really, really tough to stop, David. It's important they get this guy going early.
Yeah, and it's not just him. Like, the offense has to, around him, play well. They've got to protect him. Receivers have to make plays. The running game would be good to get going, so it's got to be a team effort because then he can really be at his best.
He'll pull it on the read. QB got it himself. All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15. The Golden Eagles come to the line in the hurry-up.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Quickly out to the tight end. He'll take it up to the 45-yard line. They stop him and knock him out of bounds. Looking downfield, it's Braxton. On target to the left. Gets away from one, finds room. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-hurry.
Collisions and power on display, and after all of that, just back to the line of scrimmage. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Not much room, a pickup of 2 down to the 28. Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. Oh, they're after him. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. The coach has to be happy with it.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Louisiana's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And this might be a real challenge for this quarterback because that corner, David, can take away an entire half. Breaks into the open. All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Let's take a second to talk about the Raging Cajuns. They were really excited about the pickup they got last week. Commitment from a 3-star defensive back, David. And when programs at this level can get guys like that in the building, everybody celebrates.
That whole building gets excited because transfer portal is one thing, but high school recruiting, when you can get somebody out of high school with some raw tools that are really good, you can see the future could be bright. You take those guys, you try to develop them instead of going into the transfer portal.
Caught near the sticks. It's Perry. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
Third down, the focus of the defense has to shift. It has to change. We have to understand now exactly where the sticks are. We can't give up those plays for them to get beyond the sticks and get those first downs.
Here's the pressure. And he just chucks it into the fourth row. All right, guys, let's talk Raging Cajuns. Biggest problem for schools that aren't the traditional powerhouses, getting the bodies they need, especially on the defensive front. And, David, they got a good one out of high school last week.
It's so nice to get a three-star defensive lineman. A guy like that's got some size, that's got some potential. Again, you want to rotate those guys as much as possible, keep them fresh. This guy could be a player down the road.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Got it in the middle. It's Williams. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. And the Raging Cajuns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Knocked down at the 27 after a pickup of 5. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The play action fake. Grab near the marker. It's Jensen. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. The Raging Cajuns started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. And here they come to give it another shot on 3rd and goal from the 3. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover 1, man coverage. And did you see how everybody wasn't impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage. You jam them. And it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process.
And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. And the Golden Eagles now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. The give to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That is a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese, exactly what I said. Great get off, great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Looking to the big tight end. It's caught downfield. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the 1st. The Golden Eagles will call on their punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. He's got great speed, really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Back to throw, it's Winfield. Catch in the middle, it's Robertson. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
So now it's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
And the defense getting a hand in there on 3rd down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Just a short pass to the tight end. They'll get him out of bounds and mark it at the 21. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
They just have not been able to get this guy going. They've thrown it to him over and over again here in the 1st quarter, and QB and him just not able to link up. The defense knew that was where this guy was going to be looking, but these two, they've got to find a way to get on the same page.
We've reached the end of the quarter, guys, and Southern Mississippi has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Looking downfield, it's Winfield. They're setting up the screen. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9, where it'll be 1st and goal.
I love that from this offense. 3 is good. You're in field goal range, but now we're set up with 1st and goal because of great 3rd down execution by this offense. Stay aggressive. Even when you get in this part of the field, when everything shrinks and gets a little bit harder, you still want to be aggressive.
And I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Big guy smells it, and he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Cajuns. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Makes the grab. It's Metcalf. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. And the Golden Eagles are in the hurry-up.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
He snuffed out behind the line again, went right back to the well and got the same bad result. Off play action. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The Golden Eagles will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll return it from the 50. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. Running back searching for a hole. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Wants to throw. It's Winfield. Using the quick game. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Let's take a second to talk about the Raging Cajuns. Good pickup on the recruiting trail last week. 3-star offensive lineman gives them a verbal, and this is the type of talent they need to get into the program and then develop.
Yeah, and this really was more of an emotional decision.
Turning it on! And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Louisiana! The AT unit on the field.
And that is just outstanding execution on that pass play. Great route by the receiver, good timing on the throw by the QB. Receiver catches it in stride, turns on the jets, and is gone.
Southern Mississippi, 3.
returner will field it and try to get some field position. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Quarterback on the keeper. Still on his feet at the 35. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Now the play fake. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Snagged in the middle. It's Metcalf. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. And the Golden Eagles will send out the punt unit. Just needs a crack to get a return. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
When you're on offense, you see so much of this nowadays. You see misdirection. You see somebody flying across the formation. Why? To get the eyeballs of those linebackers, to get them to move out of a gap, one space. Works to perfection here. That's why they break off the big gain on offense.
He'll try to do it. Oh, he's got some space. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
Well, that time the defense was in man coverage. There was nobody watching the quarterback, so when he took off to scramble, nobody home to make a tackle right away, and he shows you the athleticism. He shows you the speed.
It's a running room. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've really got this offense humming. Just the 4th play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. Trying to slam in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Raging Cajuns. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd.
21. Southern Mississippi, 3.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Rides to back and leaves it. Shakes off the defender. Solid run, picks up 6 and gets it to the 28. The Golden Eagles headed quickly to the line.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Holds and fires complete to the right. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here we go. Scanning the field, it's Braxton. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. And the Golden Eagles come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. Finds his man. It's Davis. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. Wants to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Jones. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Off the play fake on first down. Makes the catch. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Caught near the sticks. It's Chester. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. Pocket breaking down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the 2nd quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger, because it's obvious. This offensive line, they cannot hold up, and they cannot get it done.
Just drives it between the uprights. That'll trim the deficit to 15.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Here's the handoff. Hard running there. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. They'll immediately call timeout. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. From the gun, running back gets to give. And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll have just enough time to get 1 more snap before the half. Looking for a man. It's Winfield. Fires toward the end zone. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call.
Pass interference. Defense.
So the penalty for pass interference will allow this offense to run 1 more play on an untimed down.
Number 95 on the field goal.
And it's no good. He missed it. And after the missed field goal, guys, the lead's still at 15. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, 2 quarters down, and I've got to say, this has been a fun watch so far in Hattiesburg. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right.
He'll bring it out. It's Smith. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. Fitz working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Wonder if they'll be conservative on 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw out to the left. At the 40, there he goes. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. And the Raging Cajuns have it with a 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. They'll give him one to the 28-yard line.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, to get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Raging Cajuns are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. To throw, it's Winfield. Get it out on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. I guess they believe the entire field is 4-down territory. A bit of an odd choice, but they'll go for it. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. Reads it, fires complete.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Chapman. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like...
There he goes. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. The Golden Eagles want to pick up the tempo. He'll do it himself. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. To the air, it's Braxton. Firing to the right, complete. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move. Going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. They'll ride Davis here. Finds a crease at the 20. He's loose. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. And the Raging Cajuns come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Wide open downfield. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that round.
Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. The kicker will reach for a 36-yard attempt. He splits the uprights. Hold on just a second, guys. Flag on the play.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Might be the worst-case scenario for this defense. Thought they'd held them to 3. Now the offense with a chance for more. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. About to have the 9th snap on this drive. You don't want to settle for a field goal. Here comes the heat. Touchdown, Cajuns! And the beatdown has ensued.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Looking for blockers. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. This drive will open from the 15. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Pulls it and fires to the left. And he showed himself to be a regular Spinderella, but not a lot of room to run. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Golden Eagles are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Trying play action. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The punt team makes its way onto the field.
Now, a 4th down.
Makes the catch around the 50. And the returner is stopped. To the air, it's Winfield. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
The quarterback just needs to settle down. He looks like he's just too excited right now. He had his receiver wide open down the field and just put way too much mustard on that throw, overthrowing an open guy.
He lobs one high down the left side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
That is such a great play by that defender. And how many times on deep balls do we see PI? We see pass interference. In situations just like that, that defender did an outstanding job.
Bringing the heat. He'll just throw it away, and it'll be 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that one's incomplete as they tried to hit him with a big play on the final snap of the 3rd quarter. 4th quarter is coming up. That's the end of the period. It's Louisiana in the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Finds his man. It's Metcalf. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield on first down. Pulls it in. It's Davis. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. The Golden Eagles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give to the lone running back. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that.
Touchdown, Southern Mississippi. Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. He turns that loose down the right side. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Holds it in. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk breaks into the open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. On the option. Now the toss. Beck's going for the goal line. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. If you don't tip the scales at 3 bills, stay on the sidelines. Big boys in the goal line D. Trying to run it in. And he is stopped. Not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack.
Touchdown, Louisiana! Fired in from the red zone for the score. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Southern Mississippi, 14.
The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Leaves it with the running back. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4. And the Golden Eagles racing to the line in the hurry-up. To the air. It's Braxton. He's got his man. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. The Golden Eagles will line it up on 1st and 10.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And the Golden Eagles come to the line needing just inches for the first down. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Caught over the middle. It's Davis. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Timeout, Louisiana.
Let's see how they set the tone on 1st and 10. Rides the back on the option to give. Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. They've got a ways to go on 3rd down from the 24 as this defense tries to force them into a field goal try. They'll run play action. Caught close to the marker. It's Metcalf. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. The Golden Eagles had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Touchdown, Southern Miss. Fitted in the window for the score.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
35, Southern Mississippi.
They're on it, and they get it back for another drive.
And there's still life in this team. Obviously, they're down here in the 4th quarter, but they're able to execute the onside kick. They retain possession. And now let's see what happens.
With the catch, it's Metcalf. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. They knocked him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense.
Man, that's crippling because offensively you had to do something with the football, make a play. You fumble the ball, put it on the turf. Defense recovers. With this deficit, ball game.
Looking for a deep man. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Winfield. Skips away from pressure. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. The sure hands, it's Miller. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down.
Man, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the 1st down.
I mean, how about it, guys, right? I mean, we're up here in the booth. We can't believe they decided to go for it on 4th down with the lead. We thought maybe, okay, he's just going to come up and try and draw him off sides and get a cheap one, get a cheap 1st down. But no, this coaching staff, they decided to go out and not just go for it, throw for the 1st down, and they get it. I guess that explains why they're down there on the sidelines and we're up here in the booth.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to throw again. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. Going for it all. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop. The offense comes out needing a score here, down 1 possession. Looking for a man, it's Braxton. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on 1st down. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Off the play fake. Here's a throw downfield late. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. They're working that left side. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. He'll keep it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Going for 6. It's incomplete. Almost intercepted in the end zone. It'll be 3rd down.
And that is a play you make as the defender. You've got the lead here late in the game. You've got a chance to secure the win with the interception, and you put it on the ground. Missed opportunity.
Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. Give him 6. Touchdown, Southern Mississippi.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team coming to fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching